Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a little highlighter video. I had somewhat recently posted a picture of this highlighter right here from Laura Geller, and someone commented saying that I should do a swatch video showing this highlighter compared to some other ones and stuff like that. And I thought that was a really good idea because most of my highlighters honestly are either a gold color or like a champagne. And so I thought I would show you swatches of different highlighters that I find to be really similar. Surprisingly, I only have one that is kind of on its own that doesn't really look like anything else, but I have a few other ones here that are just so similar. Anyway, I think I will start with the Laura Geller one today because this is kind of what started the whole thing. So this is a gold highlighter. I will have the price written somewhere on the screen. This is what it looks like. It's pretty small. I love this highlighter. As you can see, I have really put a dent in it since I purchased it. I wear it like every day. Super pigmented. I'll do some close-ups. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. It is really beautiful. I find that the texture is really soft, but not so soft that it crumbles when you put your brush on it. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this one on. I already have a highlighter on. I'll show you which one that is in a minute, but I'm going to add a little bit more of this one. I am like really sweaty right now because it's hot as blazes in here, but it's so beautiful. I love it. This has become one of my favorites that I own. So keeping within the gold family, one that I find is super similar is Wisp from Colourpop. This is another one that I've used a ton. The texture is so different from anything else. It's like a cream. So I find that the best way to apply this onto my face is with a damp beauty blender. And I also really love to apply this before I put any powders on my face because it's kind of a creamy texture. It's a little darker, but I mean really they're very similar, but these are just a little bit harder to work with than a powder, but still you get a beautiful highlight with it. Okay, so the next one is a super popular cult classic. Mine is actually slightly broken, which is super annoying. I hope you can see. This is Becca's Opal. This is one of those highlighters that when you put your brush into it, you lose a lot of product because there's a lot of kickback. And I think that's why so many of these break, because mine is never broken until now, and I've had mine a long time, but I've seen all over that people's highlighters from Becca break all the time. But again, it's just like super like magical. Honestly, not as pigmented as I thought it was when I am swatching it next to these other two. This one actually looks almost identical to Wisp. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the lighter champagne highlights, and I'm going to start off with two that I find to be super similar. So I'm going to start with the MAC's Soft and Gentle. This is another real big favorite of mine. Actually, I won't be surprised if they're actually similar to these as well. It's just kind of funny how we have all these like highlighters and they look pretty much the same. But anyway, I'm going to swatch this one. This is Soft and Gentle. This is a very, when you're touching it, it feels like a very dry powder. But when you look at it, that does not look dry. And this is quite a bit more champagne than the last ones. So it's quite a bit lighter and it's much more of a champagne as opposed to a gold. I don't know if you can see, but it's right here. Now the one that I find to be the most similar to this by texture and look and just everything is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. This is so cheap and it's literally like the same. When you touch it, it feels so similar. It's a dry powder because it's baked. Oh, I'm so sweaty. I'm so sweaty right now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there they are. Side by side. They look so similar. It's ridiculous. You really don't want to splurge on the MAC one. The e.l.f. Baked Blush and Pinktastic is literally the same thing. Okay, so I have what I had on my face before I applied the Gilded Honey on top was this Physicians Formula Shimmer Strip in Miami Strip. And this is more of a gold champagne only because I use only the bottom 3 shades. This is a very stiff powder, but I will get a swatch here and it's way more gold than I anticipated actually. It looks the most like Gilded Honey. The problem that I have with this is not only its texture, it's really just a rough powder to get into. You really have to kind of dig your brush into it. Also, I find it's a bit more chunky than the other ones that I've already swatched. When I put it on my face, I feel like it kind of settles into my pores a little bit more than the others. But overall, it's got a really beautiful glow. The color is great. So it's pretty, but it's not my favorite. Okay, so the next two I think are probably quite similar to each other. So the first one I have here is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Bronze and Glow palette, so I'm just going to be talking about the glow here. And it is a very champagne highlighter. It is super soft, but not, it doesn't kick up a lot of powder. It still has like some good density to it, and it is very champagne. This is one of the lighter ones that I have, which is why I'm going to be comparing it to another one here in a moment. This palette is pretty expensive, but I have to admit that it was a splurge that I do not regret. Okay, so one of the last ones that I'm going to show you, I have one more that doesn't compare to anything else, but this is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder and Highlight 1. So it's got a nice like solid texture to it. It doesn't kick up a lot of powder, but it's still really soft, and you get a lot of pigment off of it. I mean, look at that. This is by far the lightest one. This is almost like an icy highlight. This is really good when I have no tan. When I am like my natural fair skin, this highlight looks amazing. And what I love about this is it's so finely milled. I guess because it's baked, you can really pack this on and it won't look chunky or cakey on your face. So if you're very fair skin and you feel like every highlighter looks like too much on you, I would really recommend trying this. So the last highlighter that I'm going to talk about today is Highly Wasted from Colourpop. This is the most unique highlighter that I own. Again, I like to apply this with a damp sponge, just like the other Colourpop one. It's almost like a duochrome of like peach and silver or something. I don't know, but it's beautiful. I really love it. If you're looking for something totally unique that's not the typical champagne or the typical gold, this is a really good one to check out. So that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful in helping you to pick the perfect highlighter for your skin type. But I think that's all I have to say, so thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.